How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys noticed that I got a little bit different of a video going. I'm not sure how much it looks different to you guys. Got me a new toy this weekend. A new laptop my uncle gave me. It's about 3 years old, but it's new to me. But anyways, speaking of new and the prohibition and all this stuff going on, I actually read a pretty good article on the marijuana and the work industry. I mean, imagine just trying to get a job in the marijuana industry and how easy it could be if you really know what you're doing. Me, for example, I'm trying to become a grower. So, unlike everybody else out there, other people want to just work in the retail, or other people want to be in marketing. There's several job opportunities related to medical marijuana and the industry in which we are actually growing. But anyways, like I said, with our growing legalization, the industry is only going to grow even more. Pretty soon, it's going to be a major agricultural farm just to be out in hemp fields. I mean, we're going to have those jobs that actually do require the, educational background and that type of stuff. I mean, you got marketing jobs for marijuana and how to market. You got all kinds of stuff. You got to look at retail and the landscape. And I mean, there's so much actually into the medical marijuana industry that there are just job openings that are literally allowing more people to find more jobs and more work than ever before. And as it continues to go this way, we're only going to keep growing. I mean, it's the marijuana industry. We grow just the same. We started off as a seed with a very bad germination we call prohibition, and now we're all starting to bloom. We put on since 1996. We started our little spring leaves, and started the medical marijuana industry revolution, and now we're moving on to states are recreationally legalizing, ending their prohibition. So now we're blooming into vegetative growth and just exploring out throughout the entire nation and throughout the world. There's even parts throughout the world that are legalizing. So, I mean, with everybody legalizing, jobs. Legalization equals jobs. Jobs equals economy. Economy equals a plus. I mean, this is how society works. This is how society gets ahead. The reason why we've lost our economy is because all of our working citizens are in prison for smoking marijuana. Kind of sad to think about that. President didn't kill I guess the president did kill our economy by allowing prison systems to become the economical future. If you're not on one side, you're on the other. But with Colorado already in recreational sales and everything, they're actually reporting that their starting job for medical marijuana is about $10 an hour. Their minimum wage in Colorado is set right now at $8 an hour. So you gotta look, you're starting out with over $2 an hour more. Some of these jobs are going up to $30 an hour depending on what kind of job you have, what kind of industry it is. So, I mean, you got jobs like real estate, marketing, agriculture, sales. There's so many jobs out there, and all of them starting from $10 an hour and up. So, there's actually a website called weedhire.com, and the positions for them are ranging anywhere between $30,000 to $50,000. That's their annual wages. That's awesome, honestly, for growing a plant and just being able to sit around with cool people and smoke here and there and just, you got to put in the work and show the work. But that's really good money for a start out, person just starting out in any industry. I mean, the average worker makes about $28,000 a year. So, with your average worker making up to $28,000 a year, these people are literally sitting in the middle scale section, starting to get up there. They don't need a second job to help them feel better. They had a couple success stories. There was a master grower. I was kind of lame. I didn't write down their names. If you guys want to check out the article, I'll post it in the description below for you guys. You guys can check out the article, check out what these master growers and what these other entrepreneurs had to say. But the master grower himself, he says that one of the things he loves about his job is the plants. Just watching these things grow and become big and just do their thing, and knowing that they're going out there to help people medically. That's just an awesome part of his job. He loves it. Another thing he says that he hates about his job is that the regulations are constantly changing. It's like he's meeting one regulation when all of a sudden it changes to another direction. He has to meet it that way. Changes to another regulation. He has to meet it that way. And he's just trying his best to get along. But he keeps having to meet different regulations. That's the only thing he hates about the job. Honestly, once regulations are set and final and right there, he's going to love his job all around, isn't he? And one of the things that he actually went on to say was, basically, it doesn't take a solid education in college to actually do this job, even though some of that would help and probably be good for everybody. But in the end, it only takes experience. If you have a solid experience in this job field and know what you're doing and can present yourself on a resume saying, I've been doing it for this long, you're a shoo-in. Make up a resume. I think I'm going to start making up my resume here soon too, because I'm doing it. I've been doing it for a while now. Got a couple other people that were talked about. There was a purchasing manager that they did an interview with, and a director of marketing. But I didn't want to bore you guys with all their interviews. I mean, they all had some really cool stuff to say. Actually, what really wanted me to move on was I actually found another thing, speaking of marijuana jobs, how you can earn $3,000 a week just to smoke marijuana. Now, I know you guys are thinking that's just ridiculous. Who's going to pay me to smoke? The National Institute of Drug Abuse is actually conducting a research of the effects of marijuana on the human body. The study basically wants to cover various topics that are related within the myths based on marijuana. Marijuana makes you lazy. Marijuana makes you antisocial. Marijuana makes you psychotic. They want to basically, with definitive study, actually debunk these myths by saying, look, we have these people, we studied them, watched them for 6 months. None of this stuff happened. They were all regular working class citizens who came home and enjoyed a nice doobie at the end of the day. Some of them even throughout the day. Basically, like I said, 6 months. The participants are required to stay at this facility for 6 months. And they will engage in different activities such as cleaning, reading, watching TV, playing video games, maybe even if you get jobs in the area, work. You know, if you can get jobs in the area, you can just get a job and work. You know, I mean, they're not just looking for the average medical user. They really want to see people that are like me who don't have a physical ailment, but just smokes more recreationally on a recreational level. You know, I mean, I do have ailments, but they're everybody's ailments. Stress, depression, anxiety. Who doesn't have these things? And if you say you don't, I bet you do. You just don't realize it. But they are actually looking to gather around 300 people So if you think you have about 6 months of vacation time headed to you and you don't really, you know what, go out there, $3,000 a week, you can only look this stuff up. If you're sitting there going to yourself, I work at McDonald's, I make really not good wages, $3,000 a week, and I spend 6 months somewhere, I could really save that money up. Maybe, and I'll just come back and get another job afterwards. Go for it. 300 people, I mean, it's a lot of people they're looking for. I mean, I'm sure they're going to fill these positions pretty quickly because who doesn't want to get paid $3,000 a week to smoke marijuana? I'm almost down. Well, you know what? Skipping my resume from the last subject, and I'm going on to $3,000 a week. I'll see you all in 6 weeks or 6 months. Not really. Probably not. I don't really want to move out of state. I like it here. But if you guys are interested and want to know how to get involved, just go online and look for NIDA or the National Institute on Drug Abuse. Basically, just look for them. They're the ones that are looking for the medical and recreational smoker. So any information that you really want to look at, go to their website. Look up their website. I'm sure they'd be happy to talk to you, have a mock interview with you, and see if you would be a likely candidate for their experiment. It's literally going to be you're going to be watched. They're not going to watch you in the bathroom, hopefully, but you know, just you're going to have to mind yourself in the morning or at night, depending on which time you like to, you know. Use the bathroom more frequently. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I really hope that this video actually looks a lot better than my last videos have all been looking because, hey, I got a new toy. It can't get any more than just better from there, right? So like I tell you guys all the time, educate before you medicate. You all have a peaceful, positive, and productive day. Coming at you.